Hello friends and welcome. I'm Sarah Liz and I have a very quick, I hope quick, sales video for you today because this is a sale I often overlook. It's the Spellbinders sale, $25 off of your $125 order, okay? But Spellbinders products regularly go on sale for 40 or 50 or even 60% off. And so I'm like, yeah, well, I don't really need that. But actually, what you may not know is that Spellbinders has been steadily increasing the products they carry produced by other major brands over the last year. Really, the last 6 months have been kind of nuts. And so I want to show you what you can get at 20% off, because $25 is 20% off of $125 if you play your cards right. And then we're going to talk about how to make sure that you get your 20% or as close as possible to it this way. The other thing to note is that anything over $100 is free shipping for Spellbinders, which means anything you buy that hits this sale will be free shipping. So in the description box below the video, you'll find links to shop their clearance, which can be added onto this sale. Their card stock that never goes on sale for 20% off. It usually caps at like 7 or 10. And then all brands. That link will take you to this page. I know I'm not linking to all of these in the description box. Not all of these are brands I shop or things that I shop. But if you want to do a deep dive, totally worth it. Like, it's worth knowing what they carry. Of note, they don't carry everything by those brands. They carry the big stuff and anything that is a better press plate that company makes. So let's look at Altenew. Look at this. The stamp wheel is here. They carry the stamp wheel. And I have double checked all of these, you guys. I've added them to my cart. I've checked if the discount kicks in. You need to have $125 in your cart for the discount to show. So if you're like, I put it in there, Sarah, it's not showing up. That's why, okay? But you can get the stamp wheel at 20% off. And then here are all of the like Altenew branded better press plates that they have, or at least a good smattering of them. Then you can get Karen Brush Marker Pros on sale for 20% off, or up to, I should be saying up to 20% off, okay? These are watercolor brush markers, but they actually have like a marker tip instead of like a brush or paintbrush nib, okay? Your zig markers have a paintbrush tip, and a lot of people find those a little challenging to use. I have this big pack here. They're wonderful, and they can make blending your colors really, really easy. My Sweet Petunia, the Misti people are here. You can get the mini Misti, the 6x7, or the original size Misti, or the black Misti, right? Original sized, for up to 20% off. And you can get Olo markers. My friends, everywhere I know of that carried Olo markers, but that sometimes runs site-wide sales, has removed Olo from their inventory, right? And so this might be the last gold mine. I'm just saying. When you click on any of the Olos, it will take you to this beautiful page that has all of the marker options on it. It looks like you only get 4 markers, but actually it's 8 because an Olo only takes up half a pen. So you get more ink than you would in a Copic, but then they're dual ended. You can separate those if you want them all to be like a separate marker for a separate color, but they're a wonderful option. I keep reading horror stories about people's Copics drying out and the caps cracking on all of my stamp forums on Facebook, and it makes me so, so sad. So I think this is a really great option for people who are looking for something that's a step up from maybe the Ohuhus that I use, even though I will stand by it. I think Ohuhus are great. It's a wonderful option. Spellbinders carries Paper Rose Studios papers and die cut pieces. I have 2 favorites for pattern papers, and it's Paper Rose and Doodlebug, and they have completely different aesthetics. Like, I can't even, they're so different. And I think that's why they work well for me together. They are sold out of some things because they just came out with Paper Rose. And so definitely worth browsing. If they don't have what you want here, you can keep an eye on it somewhere else, or keep an eye out for a sale like this to happen again, because this is a sale they have periodically. I think most of us are familiar with Doodlebug, but I just love them so much. They don't carry all of Doodlebug, but they have a bunch of their albums and sheet protectors, but then they also have some of their pattern paper, right? I just used this Lots of Love in my Valentine's Day cards for this year, but that's a pad that came out the year before, and I couldn't find it in stock anywhere except, I think Simon Says Stamp and Spellbinders. So definitely keep an eye on this. This one is more like a Christmassy pack. This one has some like St. Patrick's Day and then versatile like all occasion stuff. And then they have a lot of their puffy stickers and washi tapes and like general pattern paper. And then I love, love, love these album kits because you get a mix of a bunch of different things. Spellbinders carries Pear Blossom Press. I know light up cards can be a little expensive. To be clear, we're selling like an electronic device for your paper card, right? I think that the cost is justified, but if I can get it at a discount, I will. I used to buy all of mine from My Favorite Things because I could get them at 40% off. Well, they quit carrying them. So this is probably the best option for discounted Pear Blossom lights at this point. So the Easy Light has 3 lights on it. The One Light has 1 light and a button. The Halo Light is a circle of lights, but it's a combo. It comes with 4 One Lights that have a longer reach. I think, honestly, these Halo Lights, I know it looks more expensive than the other ones. It's a rockin' deal, right? You're getting 6 really versatile lights in there. Next, they have Picket F Studios. If you haven't considered paper pouncers, let me tell you, they are magical in a couple key situations. If you don't have a lot of cardstock colors, they're a really great way to create gradients of colors of cardstock from a single cardstock color, right? You just add a little ink and then add a little more ink, and I love, love, love that. They're great if you have arthritis issues with blending brushes. They're great for white pigment ink because that I typically want to pounce anyway. And they're really, really great for Versamark ink, especially when you're using those 2 through stencils. So you can get like this combo, the 9-pack of rainbow paper pouncers, or they have a 3-pack of white paper pouncers. Like if you just want to try them out, and you can package that into your sale items. Simple Stories is sort of new to me, but they have really bright, vibrant colors, and that is my style. I really, really love things that feel like a party, and so I love that they carry these, and I love that there are lots of like ephemera die cut pieces. Not everybody is a die cutter, and so this is a really great option for people who are like, Sarah, it's a quick card Monday. Like my brain can't handle assembling this whole Gnome Drive car situation. I'm here for it, right? And I think they give great, great options for that. They also carry a bunch of Totally Tiffany, and she's been on their channel kind of showing us how to use the different pieces. I don't use her organization, mostly because I'm organized. Like I kind of know what I like now, but I am tempted. I'm tempted to bring her pieces in because they're so smart and clever. And actually, because many of them are soft-sided, they're at a pretty great price point to begin with. So you can grab a bunch of that also at up to 20% off. Tsukaneko is a phenomenal brand that Spellbinders is also carrying. You're probably familiar with Versamark, but really it's these. It's the Versafine Clair inks. They are a pigment ink. So if you're kind of new to card making or stamping, most of your inks are probably dye inks. Pigment inks take longer to dry, but these don't take that long. And if you hit it with a heat tool, it dries really quickly. When I first came back to card making, I struggled a little bit to get my pigment inks and oxide inks to dry, but not these. The other thing I love about them is that I am not a comfortable stamper. I'm a die cutter. And so I generally am like, it has to go in my Misti, but not if I'm using these inks. They stamp so cleanly and so clearly the first time, even with a block. These are amazing. I love, love, love them. If you haven't tried them and you're looking to just get your order up that tiny little bit to get over the $125 threshold, try one of these. Hands down, my favorite pigment inks, or my favorite like easy inks. Okay, let's talk for a hot minute about how this sale works. I have run everything that I have shown you through this sale to make sure that it works. So I just put things in my basket, and as soon as it crosses that threshold of $125, it will apply this discount to give you $25 off. Okay, so I'm gonna go under the threshold here. Okay, no discount. So if you're not seeing the discount, it's because you haven't spent enough. So I'm gonna add a second one just to get me over that. That's like the perfect, like the perfect sale. Here, I truly am getting darn near 20% off. However, if I add another one, that discount of $25 doesn't change. So the trick in this sale is to get as close as possible to $125, but still going ever so slightly over it. Otherwise, the discount doesn't kick in. There's a couple of really great ways to do that. If you haven't tried Spellbinders cardstock, it's definitely worth checking out. Particularly their super dark colors, the indigo, forest, and then there's a couple others. I'm just going to hover this over there. My very, very favorite is plum. It's this one right here. There aren't a lot of companies that have cardstock that deep and rich, and I love them so, so much. They come in at $7.49 to $7.99 typically per pack, and they qualify in this sale. Secondly, you can shop clearance. You can get up to another 20% off of the clearance price. And to be clear, there's some really great stuff in here. The Country Road bundle that came out last May is on super sale already. $78 down from $130, or the It's My Party, it's the Carissa Wiley pack, is down to $66, down from $110. But there's lots of items that are super low. So you could come in here and find something that's $1, snowflake embellishments, and they're cute, you guys. I've done this before. The snowflake embellishments are cute and they're $1 if you just need to bump that up ever so slightly to get it over the $125. I also want to point out that the lemon zest dies I just used in my preview video on Monday for the new club kits for Spellbinders is already almost half off. And then the Kitty Hugs that has that ball of yarn is also on clearance, and it's $10 off. So there's lots of really great stuff in here. I would do a little dig and dive through there, especially if you're looking to just bump it up enough to truly get you the 20% off. I get that this sale is not for everybody. $125 or $100 after a discount is not small change. But if you've been looking at some big ticket items and wishing they would go on sale and they never seem to, I think this is a good option for a lot of us. If you're thinking about Spellbinders regular products, you guys, there's a massive Spellbinder sale coming up. There will be a warehouse sale in the next month or two, and I will have a video on it as quickly as I can. Hopefully within 24 hours, definitely within 36. As always, these links are affiliate links, so if you click on them, Spellbinders pays me a small commission from the sale, and I appreciate it so much. I know I don't need to tell you. Most of you know, and you're really good about clicking them, and I appreciate you so much. So if this was helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend. We all love a bargain. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time.